that's when I got into a spirit of flying to the UK. Everyone believes that's
once you get
once you get into that spirit, no one can stop it. You will have to fly out, and you won't stop until you get out. People know, those who know. So I ended up coming to the UK, and all those combined together. But to drive back in the story, how I got to move here, people who have inspired me up to this day. Funny enough, it's someone that many people back in Uganda don't have literally underquoted him, I would say. Katolubwa.
Oh,
because of the way this man speaks, the way he speaks reality, but people don't want to hear reality.
Yeah.
This man, when I was planning to come to the UK, this man gave me the first money that linked me to my journey.
Is it?
He gave me Mitwale Tano, those who know Mitwale Tano in Uganda.
Mitwale Tano of when? Because then, you know the value now.
Yes, then this is how this man did it. I told you I used to do painting and drawing. Yeah. So I did a huge, beautiful mask, and I took it to CBS in Mengo. Yeah. I walked from Mperewe to take it there. I was looking for school fees. Oh. So when I got there, my intention was I was looking for Peter Sematimba, because at the time he was head of CBS.
Sorry, you just this interview, the way it's going, because it's moving from one thing to one thing, because when you mentioned Mr. Peter Sematimba, so you went to him, you were looking for process by process, and that time you were naive.
I wanted to go and he gets to buy this art piece from me, because I believe that CBS, they have their logo is a lion. Yeah. So I had done a mask or a sculpture of a lion. Yeah. And I thought this guy is going to buy it, they put it at their reception. Yeah. The guy came in, I even remember the phone he had, it was a Sony Ericsson, those long ones. Yeah. He came speaking on the phone and passed me. Didn't stop.
I remember, those phones.
Yeah, then here comes Katolubwam. I remember he had a grey trouser. This is how much this thing, like the impact you can put on someone.
You remember the clothes he
was wearing? He had a grey trouser on and a light blue shirt. Yeah.
Welcome and welcome back to Claire's Klassy Makeovers, and it is the Klassy Chat Show back on your screens. Hey! And today we have a very special guest here. I'm so happy to interview this gentleman. He's soon gonna introduce himself to you, so you can't wait to know who he is. Can you guess? Can you guess who he is? Yeah? But we have Mr.
SEBUNGA.
Welcome to the Klassy Chat Show. Nice to see you.
I always wanted to sit down here with you. And then here's the opportunity you've given me to come and have a chat with you, so it's really great.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yes.
So we're gonna be just talking about things you do. I've heard a lot about you. Actually, I got to know Mr. Tom SEBUNGA from a friend of mine, who introduced me to him because he knew the kind of work he does. So he was like, you need to meet him. You guys will get along because you like what you do and what he does, like you're gonna connect. And that's what happened. Like since we got to know one another, we've been talking, and you can't imagine, like the conversations just flow. Like the people he knows, I know some of them, not all of them, but but you know when you speak to somebody whom you are at the same length of like thinking, conversation, aspirations in life, So I don't know, how do you feel? Because that's
yes, definitely everything as you said it. You have the same interest in media, and I happen to be in media. Yeah. So when my cousin, actually Moses is my cousin, so when he told me about you, I said, yeah, sure, why not? Let's get to have a chat and see, what this lady is up to, and here we are.
And here we are. Thank you for honoring our invite. We're so happy to see you. I know that here in the UK, everyone is so busy. People are working non-stop, 24 hours day and night, and then family as well. It's hectic. But for you to have got this time and put it aside for us, we really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, so tell us a bit about yourself, like for instance, your background, where you're from, what schools you went to. So I guess people on the channel want to know.
Well, Tom SEBUNGA, my name's married man, 3 kids.
Oh, good.
And yes, I thank God that He's blessed me with a beautiful wife, loving mother to my children. And also, well, my growing up, I grew up in Old Kampala. I'm an Old Kampala product. So I have, I grew up around Matia Mulumba. There's a very special church which happened to have brought up so many people during that time. So that place was amazing for me because it molded me into who I am today.
Right.
The Old Kampala today is not the Old Kampala we grew up.
Yeah.
Right now it's chaos there. But I remember I used to go to Shell petrol station, which was in Buckley, and we used to go nick tires as young kids, and we could put sticks in them and run around. So all that love got me in the love of cars. I love cars to this day. So I thank God I drove my first car by the wheel, just the tire itself, and then as I grew up I ended up fulfilling the whole full car.
That's good.
I come from my mother. She's Madame Nanyonjo Damari, who also lives in Chengera at the moment in Uganda, and my late father. Schools, I believe you said where I studied from. My secondary, it was a little bit challenging. I went through several secondary schools until I got to fly out, come to the UK. I studied in St. Francis. I don't know even whether it still exists. The second...
Where is that?
It was, I think, close to Bati Valley, around down there.
Oh.
Primary, I was in Bati Valley. When I finished Bati Valley Primary, I went to St. Francis. So from there, St. Francis, things weren't that easy. And my mother decided to move to Gaza Road, Imperial.
Right.
So there I joined St. Paul SS, where I finished my senior 4. So during the vacation, that's when I got into a spirit of flying to the UK. Everyone believes that's once you get in, once you get into that spirit, no one can stop it. You will have to fly out, and you won't stop until you get out. People know, those who know. So I ended up coming to the UK, and when I got here, I remember I went to college. I didn't know how to use a computer. I had never turned the computer on. So here's a typical African boy coming to the UK for the very first time, joining a college, and you're told you have to do all your essays.
On the computer.
Yeah, on the computer you have to type everything. So I was like, how am I going to do this? Senior 4 I started, I used to do my notes writing, do my research in the library writing. Then here everything is Google this, Google that, and it's like, I can't win this. So I ended up doing a short course in just learning how to do the computer.
Right.
Then thereafter, I did a course in fine art, painting and drawing, stroke photography.
Okay.
But I did not get anything from there because while I was doing photography, I moved into motion. Motion as in video.
All right.
So here I am today. I graduated Kingston University in TV and broadcast and media technology, and that's how I got into TV, where I am today.
Okay. Yes. So what would you say inspired you? Because you told us about the journey, like, your education, journey, but what made you go into this particular career? Because they're like people who are influential.
Well, the thing is, when I was doing my photography course, I ended up using, like, I loved working with the computers at the time because I had already started learning how to edit photos and all that. Then I was like, I feel like that motion that is missing in what I want to do. So I ended up going to college. I thought it was going to be a TV course, as in writing, you know. But then I was like, I need to put in this other thing, you know, to make sure I put it all together. So I ended up doing a joint degree, one motion and one writing, and all those combined together. But to drive back in the story, how I got to move here, people who have inspired me up to this day. Funny enough, it's someone that many people back in Uganda don't have literally underquoted him, I would say. Katolubwa.
Oh,
because of the way
mahalo.
Yeah, the way this man speaks, the way he speaks reality, but people don't want to hear reality.
Yeah.
This man, when I was planning to come to the UK, this man gave me the first money that linked me to my journey.
Is it?
He gave me Mitwale Tano, those who know Mitwale Tano in Uganda.
Mitwale Tano of when? Because then, you know the value now.
Yes, then this is how this man did it. I told you I used to do painting and drawing. Yeah. So I did a huge, beautiful mask, and I took it to CBS in Mengo. Yeah. I walked from Mpelewe to take it there. I was looking for school fees. Oh. So when I got there, my intention was I was looking for Peter Sematimba, because at the time he was head of CBS.
Sorry, you just this interview, the way it's going, because it's moving from one thing to one thing. Because when you mentioned that Mr. Peter Sematimba, like, you know, so you went to him, you were looking for like process by process. At that time, you were naive.
I ended up, I wanted to go and, you know, he gets to buy this art piece from me because I believe that CBS, they have, their logo is a lion. So I had done a mask or a sculpture of a lion. And I thought this guy is going to buy it, they put it at their reception. The guy came in, I even remember the phone he had, it was a Sony Ericsson, those long ones. He came speaking on the phone and passed me. Didn't stop.
Remember, those phones.
Then here comes Katolubwam. I remember he had a gray trouser. This is how much this thing, like the impact you can put on someone.
You remember the clothes he
had
was wearing.
A gray trouser on and a light blue shirt. Or I remember by then he used to get his trousers up that way.
Like, what do they call that style? Like Congolese style?
Congolese style.
Yeah. I've forgotten, but the trousers like Papa Wemba or Pepekale trousers, something like that.
You know, I remember this guy walked in. He was also on the phone. I don't know whether those guys actually used to speak literally on the phone. Because those days mobiles were very expensive. You put money on it and it would just flip out. Anyway, this guy comes in on the phone and I saw him. I said, "Oh, so cool." What do you have in that thing? Because I had covered that thing. And I said, this is an art piece. Then in my mind, I remember this guy is into drama. He opened the stuff and he's like, "Oh, this is nice. Do you do this?" And I said, "Yes, I did it." And he asked me, "How much?" And I said, "Mitwale Tano." He just went straight in his pocket, paid the thing.
At that time, you thought probably I've saved very little money.
But the funny thing, the way God works, is the person who I had gone, you know, to meet passed. Then somebody else came in. I remember these were the words Katolubwam said. He said, "This one is going to give me a good drama, that they're going to use it for their drama series." So I waited to see my art piece on the drama series. Maybe it came out after I left. I didn't, but I'm sure they must have used it. You know. So I really thank you so much, Mr. Katolubwam. You made me. You're one of the pillars, or the bricks that built me into this industry. So
Thank you so much. I would like to thank him as well, because sometimes we do actions that we don't really know what it means to his past. Yeah, the impacts of it.
Actually, that was the last day he saw me.
Yeah. Last day.
That when was you the go first back, and last day.
When you go back to Uganda, you need to look for him. You need to look for him and say the thank you, like physically there in person. But we would like to thank Mr. Katolubwama, Honorable, is it?
Yes, Honorable Katolubwama.
Honorable Katolubwama, for the good deed.
I'm not alone, in the industry he's helped quite so many people.
A lot of people.
And he doesn't brag about the stuff he does.
Really? Because, have you heard a lot of people saying he's helped them?
I see them on YouTube, all these, many artists.
Artists?
Yeah, they've come, they've had a part through him.
I know he's really active
But it's the artists who literally say about him.
Yeah.
Not him saying, I helped, so I helped, so I helped, so no.
Or taking pictures and footage and showing it around. So we would like to thank him, and a very special shout out to him. And if you are watching this video, this channel right now, and you have a way of tagging him or letting him know about this, we feel this message should get to him. He should know that he's really appreciated, isn't it? Yeah. And thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. So so then you go into, so he took the art piece, and then what happened? And then you have gone to Kingston. You left Uganda.
I left CBS. Yeah. And the rest was history. And here I am. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's a good
Obviously,
story.
you can't fly out any country without a passport.
Yeah.
So if it wasn't this guy, Mr. Katolubwama, Honorable Katolubwama, I wouldn't have the first step.
You wouldn't have, because you have to start from what you need, passport, visa, ticket and stuff and so on. Okay, so I'm just thinking, then you came here, then you done these small courses in videography and photography, then you graduated at uni, and so I had just asked you who influenced you. So would you say Mr. Katolubwama, he facilitated or he influenced?
He's number one.
All right.
Of the people who influenced me into being in TV.
Okay. Somebody else?
Well, when I was at uni, I always wanted to get into documentary style, those natural things, natural, like the seas, nature, basically. Nature. So there's this guy, David Attenborough. I love the way, up to this day, I love the way he does his things. So it's tough here in the UK to break that career, to get into someone like that. So I am still trying to get into getting Uganda there. Me doing the same thing that he's doing, in the documentary styles they're doing. I want to start selling Uganda out to the world,
Okay.
Because every time when you're here in the UK, if someone says, where are you from, and they say Uganda, what do they say next?
They say Idi Amin.
Idi Amin.
Isn't it? That's what, I can't count how many people have said that.
Idi Amin.
Can you imagine how much impact did he make? I've never.
And the thing is, negative.
So they're still saying Idi Amin, this is 2021,
It's not a positive thing, They think this guy used to eat people. They think he used to kill people. He's the most horrible person who has ever lived. Yeah. But we believe, he had a good side as well. So I want to change that. I want someone to be like, where do you live? Which country do you come from? Uganda. Oh, you mean this country with a lot of natural resources? You mean this country with a lot gorillas, natural world and all that? Yeah. A country of beautiful people, country of lovely people.
Pearl of Africa.
The Pearl of Africa.
Yeah, River Nile. There is a lot of
a lot of things that can sell the country other than the things that are going on. Because even some of our friends down there, please don't shoot me. I always tell my truth. I always say the truth. I don't beat corners. Yeah. We have so many of these YouTube guys who are in Uganda. Yeah. And some of them don't sell the country the way it is. They want to see where tear gas is happening. They want to show where Mr. Museveni is sipping his cup of tea and, things like that. So those are not things that are selling the country.
Yeah, so
they have to find, there's this guy, YouTuber, I believe you guys, the Uganda YouTuber, this guy with the Maya, the way he's selling Africa, not only even Ghana. He sold Ghana. He even went to met the president, former president, and the guy said, "Thank you. I see your work."
So you think like about an ambassador.
Yeah, think about it. If you Museveni came and said, "I see your videos. Wow. I thank God. I thank you for what you're doing."
Yeah,
but
that would be
he does not have time to see tear gas being told about everyone. Simanyi lwaki abantu baagala nnyo amata agayise gebagira ne bakumamuumira and they just ruin everything. So that's who I am. I want to sell Uganda, the Uganda that people don't really portray.
Okay, that's good. So right now, what job do you do, Mr. Sebunga?
Well, I run my own media company. It's Tech Media, UK, and we're blessed. We've been able to plant a branch in Uganda as well.
Okay.
So we've taken up an amazing group that has been was missing on the scene, the Bakayimbira. So we've taken them up, and we want to bring these guys really act well. So it's my love, my desire that these guys, come back on the scene. The drama that we see today is not educating people the same way these guys were doing it. So Tech Media in Uganda has started to bring all these different artists together. And the way we are doing that, we are not paying these people. Instead, we are giving them air, we're giving them our equipment to make sure that they come back on the scene. They run their own YouTube channels. We don't run the YouTube channels. So whatever funds that they get from that, they give us a commission to make sure this production keeps going.
Okay.
So everyone, if you're out there, you have to subscribe to the Bakayimbira Drum Actors on YouTube channel. I even ask you.
My permission. I'm like, but go on and
yes. So the only way I would say entertainment as a whole in Uganda has to grow is by supporting the artists. How are you gonna support the artists? You don't find someone, wanting a CD these days. Most of the music, those guys, the big artists, the Davidos, all those big guys, they've got their songs on iTunes, Spotify, where they can make money. So if you go to, let's say, Spotify, and you find Shiba Karungi, or you find David Lutalo, or you find Eddie Kenzo, all those, just follow. And then their songs will be playing. Every time a song is played on there, you're selling Uganda, but you're also keeping the fire of this person.
Preach this, preach it to the whole nation.
Yes,
because people need to know, and we need one another. We need to support one another.
Think about it. Today, Uganda is 45 million, right?
Yeah.
So I would say people who have access to a smartphone, 25 million props?
Let's say,
So
would that be like a quarter?
A quarter of the country.
Yeah.
And there are even those who are in the UK, go on YouTube, tap on YouTube, Claire's channel, subscribe, like the videos. You don't have to watch all of them at a
You
go.
don't have to.
Yeah.
You can even just choose like what is of interest to you.
But guess what they're doing? They follow Nigerians.
And Nigerians have made big. We're not here like to say, oh, you shouldn't support them.
You think about it if your channel was followed by 25 million people. How much material would be giving these people and quality material?
Well, you have just started, so hopefully.
I bet if I gave you £50,000 today, the channel would completely be different. The material you'll be giving us will be different.
Exactly, because it involves a lot of resources and stuff. So by people supporting you,
even get your artists to come,
better,
to come to the set. You could get them an Uber. So Ugandans, if we want to love ourselves, change the way we run things, love the country itself, it's all about supporting the art industry by subscribing, by watching a video. Imagine one video. Okay, Eddie Kenzo.
Yeah.
He brought out a song Weekend. Imagine if 25 people viewed that song Weekend in one day. That guy will be making money, but also the people who are around him, his producers, the event organizers, they will all be able to
money,
boost. So let's love our country. The mistakes that are in the country, let's just, there's no one is perfect. Those things are always going to be there. But the way we want to sell our country has to, to put things together in the art industry.
Yeah, okay. All right, that's so good. Thank you so much. I hope people out there have listened to that and they're going to, you never know, somebody out there may be watching this and they'll say from today on, I'm going to support my fellow people. Do it. You don't lose anything. A candle has never lost its light from lighting up another candle.
Yes,
isn't it? True. It remains the same, and then, we will be a bright world. Yes. So, I wanted to know as well, in your job, what things would you say that by doing this, I've benefited this? Because obviously everything has, the shortcomings and the good side of it. So if you could please let us know, what are the good things you're getting from this job and what is challenging about your job?
Well, what I have been able to do is I've managed to get friends.
Okay.
Genuine people. There are people and there are people who are your friends. If I get to say that you're my friend, that means if I call you late in the night, you're going to rush to come and help me. But if I say that please help me and you say, listen, I'm sleeping, can you call James? That means you're just someone that I know. So I've met very good people who are also in the same industry. I've been able to work with a few artists. I've worked with Eddie Kenzo when he's here. He's actually a very good friend of mine. Chizo, Vega, Kukli, a lot. I bet most of the artists here in the UK, they know me. I've always, some of them, they come here and say, listen, I've not been paid yet, but I want this to go through. Can you do it? I just say, yes, let's do it. Because that's the heart I have, I'm also working with, talking about, loving my country. I decided to work with a TV station, one of the TV stations in Uganda. And I think many people have seen my face during the lockdown time when I was showing them how London was shut. How COVID has been affecting the whole country. So today I work with the Salt TV for Pastor Jingo.
That's interesting.
And
Wow.
I remember when I knew about him, people were telling him he's a very difficult man. He does not really meet people, he does not talk to people. And I said, you know what, I'm going to fast for him and see if he will.
You fasted, did you? Yeah?
Talk to me.
Yeah?
So when I went to visit him, I got in and he was still having his lunch hour, and I was at the reception. Imagine coming from London, you've got 2 weeks to be there, you have a lot of things to be juggling around. And I said, you know what, this is one of the main things as well, because I really wanted to serve my country. I really wanted the Ugandan to be abroad, talking to people home. If you get to see most of the programs that I do here, they're always in Uganda, my native. So unless if I bring in an artist or someone who prefers to be interviewed or their program to run in English, that's when I get to run the program in English. So during lockdown, I was sending them all the material. We had live shows. I've worked with Mr. Lugomvo, who is with BBS now, I believe. And all these are amazing people, So, friendship is the main thing I think I've got in this industry.
That's good. So, because going back, when you were answering this question, first of all, you talked about different artists you work with here. And to be honest, since I've known you, I've gone to realize how many people you've done projects with, because I know there is like some Ugandan people, even young. Like I know one guy, he calls himself a Ugandan schnack. Mr. Schnack. So I went on your channel to watch it, and I saw that you were one of the first people to work with him, do a photo shoot and videos for him. But now I understand he's made it. He's like a model for Boohoo Man.
He's actually got three companies he's working for. Cloth range. I'm not supposed to talk about them. So when
that's
you get to get him, so he will tell you his side of the story. But yes,
I've seen him on your channel, and then I've gone to follow him on what he does and his Instagram, and he's doing well, and good luck to him and all other young Ugandans who are out there trying. It's not only like on YouTube, you can be doing something else, maybe pursuing a career at uni. Just continue doing what you're doing, and be persistent and know what you like, have goals. So so you're supportive to people, and then I'm just thinking, what you told us about working for Salt TV, Salt Media, because I know it's quite big in Uganda. They have a TV station and a radio station.
Several radio stations.
Several, in different areas, I understand, isn't it? So I was just wondering, because sometimes you hear people talking about Pastor Jingo, like some people say some not very kind words. Obviously, there are those who give good feedback, but I would like to ask you, as a person working for him, he's your boss, right? So what would you say about this?
Well, I'll ask you a question first. Do you think Pastor Jingo is God?
It's not God. No.
He's human, right?
No.
So everyone in life, there's a time when a human element comes in, and you mess up, same as any human. But this guy, he's amazing. I believe you me, I've met so many people. Today, some of the TV stations, when you go to them and send them the proposal that you've got this program, this. It's either they will ask you for money to air on their services, or they want you to sell. They want you to sell you They want you to sell your programs or your project to them so that they get to own it. Pastor Jingo doesn't do that. I remember the only thing he told me when I met him. He said, ekikulu mwabebwe mulimbalimba nyo mugamba nti mugenda kukola ekyo naye mutakikola. Ne mugamba give me a chance and I prove. During lockdown, I was the only Ugandan. There was the only Ugandan TV broadcasting live in the whole of Europe.
I did watch it. I watched
in the whole of Europe.
Was following closely.
Him giving me the opportunity to build my dream of serving Uganda is a big thing.
It's a big
thing. He's an amazing guy. He wishes people good, He does not brag about how many kids he looks after, There was a time when he was going through a storm, I'll call it a storm, where we were talking about the pads and stuff and all.
The what?
I think the cotton and stuff for his wife.
Oh, all right, the wife.
But if you get to listen, get to listen to the actual whole preaching, that's not what it is. But instead, some YouTubers, what they did, they went and cut out the bit that they think is going to sell. Uganda people are looking for views. They are not looking for, selling the message. And that's where we're going wrong. Because we don't have a good name. We already called the country of Idi Amin. So how are they going to know us next? So we have to change that, Report what is good. Even some artists, they find it difficult to come out as they are real them, because every time, in order for you to sell a song, you have to say gundi bambete yasasudde sente zono gundi yakoze bwati bichi. There's nothing like selling a good thing. You have to do bad news so that you get attention for someone. I don't want to be like that. I believe some of the people who are watching now, they must have seen me today. They've never seen any of my programs, because my programs are not talking about I don't do that.
You don't do that.
So me, I prefer to do things that are going to better the artists who I have on the show, and also to sell the country.
That's good.
Yes.
That's good. Thank you for that. Because one thing I've heard about Pastor Jingo is that he pays his staff, his workers. You never
If you won't do something, his motto is that if I'm not going to do something, I will not start it.
Okay.
So even if he says, "Give me a day," or "Give me give me time to think about it," to me, I consider that as a yes for him. Okay. And that's what happened. For me to get his trust to do this, it took me, I think, 2 years. Because usually I was going to Uganda once every year. And I remember the first time he said, let me think about it, I'll pass your proposal to the rest of the committee. And then I had to go back. I met Mr. Senkubuge. They sat down together and they said, we can say you can start sending us some pilot programs. And then we see how all this is going to go. And it was a go. I like the guy.
Oh, you like him. I can tell from what you're saying about him. But
you rarely find real people these days. People will be like, then you keep running all the time, wasting your time. But he's a real guy. I won't say much.
Okay.
People
give
need to
him
meet
a shout
him.
out.
People need to, to
give
meet
him a shout out. You never know. He might watch
Mr. Pastor Jingo mukama wange mukama mwebaza kubanga yakunsinkanya, and I thank God for everything that you've done for me since we've been working together. I know that we're going to go far. Me and you, and social media as the TV station, as a brand, we're going to go together. Me and you, we're going to sell Uganda.
The two of you, I like that. I like the confidence. Tell us about the challenges, because this is the good things you go from the job, but I know that the good things go along with the challenging ones. So what are the challenging ones in this job?
The biggest challenges I've actually met are equipment-wise. The stuff that we get to use to serve the people who are viewing are not cheap. I've ever been on a set where my camera got nicked. The laws here in the UK are tough. You get to see a beautiful scenery where you would like your program to be, and they say you can't record here, you don't have a license. I tried to check the license. They are not cheap. They are very expensive.
Like how much?
From 8 grand upwards.
Wow.
To make sure, because for them they think there's going to be people moving around, you'll be invading people's privacy and all that.
Oh yeah, you mean like including people
because
privacy.
If you get to pay that money, then they'll have to lock up that place to make sure no one uses it. Another thing is people. We've got some Ugandans here who completely hate the country with nothing else. But they are so learned. I've met a few doctors, I've met a few lawyers, people who I would love to join my journey. They tell their story to motivate the young man who is aspiring to be a doctor, who is aspiring to be an engineer. And they're like, no, the Sagala Kamela. I prefer my life to be this way. So how are these young people going to be? That means if you go, no one is going to replace you, because you didn't bring someone up.
Exactly.
You didn't inspire someone to do what you want to do.
So we lack role models, isn't it? Because our young people need to see other Ugandans doing well and excelling up there, and they need to get directly encouraged from these people. So please, if you have an amazing story, reach out. You can reach out to either Mr. Sebunga, he has his...
Or you yourself,
or me, as well. You can come over on the Klassy chat show. We have a chat about what you do, what you would like to talk to people about, how you can inspire them. So please give them your YouTube channel as well.
Well, my YouTube channel is Wamtech Media Official, and Instagram is Wamtech Media UK. So everything that I do, I've done weddings here for my fellow people, my fellow Ugandans, and other people. Of course, the pocket has to be happy. If in case you don't get to do that, then you're not going to be happy. So I get to do a lot of different things. During lockdown, we lost so many people, many Ugandans here, and I offered free services of my equipment to stream funerals for people, so that loved ones can be at home to be part of their whole funeral. We lost so many people here in
I know,
UK,
and all over the world and back home in Uganda. So we continue to pray, and we are with families and friends who have lost their loved ones. Terrible, terrible thing that has happened, and it's still happening. So please keep yourself safe, your family, wear the mask, social distancing, sanitize and everything, because it's real. Yeah, but that is amazing what you did. So people were able to watch. Is it via Zoom?
Yeah, it was via Zoom, and some of them, they had created their own YouTube channel. If those who didn't, I helped them to create a channel, and they were sharing a link to people, so that on the day of the service of this person or burial, they can be able to view or be part of the whole, farewell or send off of their loved one. So
well done.
It's been there.
Yeah, well done, because this is charitable work. Like when people, like, God blesses you with business, you're doing well. Like if there is something, however small, you can do for another person free of charge, do it. It's giving back to the community. You can just do whatever you can. It doesn't have to be money. It's just the heart, and giving doesn't mean you have a lot. It's just your heart, So be kind to one another, because I know back home in Uganda, it's lockdown, and there is many families out there who don't even have something to eat. So if you are blessed enough to have food, you can give out to those who don't have any. So those are, you were telling us then what you done, then we came from the challenges. Have you told us about all the challenges?
You can't count them, there are quite many. This industry involves you moving around a lot, so you get to lose out on family quality time. You come back when your kids are already asleep.
Tell me.
So
I know.
A lot of things, but the biggest challenge is finances, to make sure that you go from point A to B. I haven't been to Manchester, we are coming. Swansea, we are coming. Birmingham, everywhere. Where Ugandans are, I'm going to be there, and I'm here to sell. If you're doing something great in the Ugandan community, reach out. wamtechmedia@gmail.com, an email, or wamtechmedia on the YouTube. Find any means of getting to me.
What about, do you have phone number?
What's that?
Do you have phone number to reach you?
Phone number, I don't want to be called when I'm having my quality time with my wife.
Okay. All right. I thought you have like office number, or number meant for business only.
Not yet, because the reason why I don't want to have a phone number. I'm someone who prefer to read these things in my time, because these things are very tough. So if you're editing and a phone keeps ringing, then that means you're losing 5, 10, 20 minutes of your editing time. So I prefer to get back to my people.
Okay.
Through.
Yeah, but like nowadays, anything on email, if you want to reach out and the email is there, please do. You can't have an excuse of saying no telephone number. The email has been provided to you. Please write to Mr. Sebunga about why his interest is so passionate about like promoting Uganda, same as I am. So let's work together on this. So I just wanted to ask as well, now you are in this career, you're in TV media, and what what advice would you give to young people, especially? I would say young people because these are the people who are in college, uni, they are trying to make a decision on which career path to take. Would you encourage other people to take a career in this? And what advice would you have given to your younger self? Would you have done the same?
The only advice I would give out is follow your heart. Because when everything that you do and you give it 100%, okay, 99% of your time, your everything, you will make money. You know, we know so many people who did not even go to uni, but they give 100% in whatever they do it, and you know they are big people now. You know, they've got the money. But if you're at uni and you know that you're doing the right course, you know, some people just want to get a degree, being called I'm a graduate, but in real sense when you only went in for the paper. So you have to make sure when you go out there to do your degree, you do the right degree that you know is going to create the future for you, other than going there to put on that gown and then once you take it off, you're back to Nakawa or Kawempe with a basket on the head looking for things. And then you complain that there is no jobs in the country. Be a job creator. Create something for yourself.
Content.
Don't wait. Don't wait for the government or Mr. Museveni to come in and say, Kakati, I want this, please help me this. Museveni will give you 50 million and you still eat it. There are some people, do you know that there are some people who go to the bank, they get a loan from the bank, and then they first take their friends for a drink because to celebrate they got a loan. A loan
and also buy cars and stuff, you know.
So I don't believe in that. You know, a loan is a loan. So it's the same way, especially here in the UK. When you get a student loan and you go do a shitty course because you just want to be called a graduate, you have to pay this loan off.
You have to, with interest as well.
But in real sense, you're not really, you know, working in the industry. You end up working in McDonald's. McDonald's is not a bad job, by the way. So I don't undermine any job, but everyone aspires to have a white collar job. So you end up working in a place like that instead of, you know, doing.
Okay, because you know, you made me laugh when you say like, and you expect the government to give you money. Abantu bachali na sente zana banja and imitwalo 10
agende chana mukake chali ettaka balime. You know, you need to stop crying about this stuff. You know, I believe, I'm 100% sure. 70% of people in Kampala, they have villages where they came from, and all the bushes are all grown down there. You know where after all this lockdown is done, I strongly believe Kampala is going to have so many jobs because teachers have found that agriculture is the best thing. You know, lawyers were still obviously working. People who have been working in arcades, you have to pay a tiny space for a lot of money. They found out that going back to grow crops and stuff, you're no longer, you're an essential worker now. You're not just a local worker. So go back. Forget about this free money. This free money is making you lazy. You know, just go and find something.
Exactly. And they also say, like, you know, you can't expect to be given all the time because, like, you need because like
amalusu goyonoonanga odda mu kuwoggana nti ate banna tebatwadde ssente. Me, I'm a realistic person. Genda, find something to eat. Find something. Baako kyokola ekirala. Because some of them are saying that we are locked out in our houses. Teri ajja kugaana genda kudda mu kyalo. Bagaye nze nzira mu kyalo Kampala ne. Kampala nemye sirina ssente nninze ssente za nabbanja ziganye okujja nze munzikirize ngende ewaffe.
Because you can't expect to be given fish. You have to know how to fish, you know, so that you can be sure about tomorrow if you have a family, especially. So that's our advice to you, and especially from Mr. SEBUNGA here today. So you were telling us as well about, I asked you, what advice would you give to your younger self?
My younger self, to be honest, I'm contented the way I am.
The way things have gone with
yes,
for you?
What I'm doing, I don't feel like I'm struggling. I think I'm a people's person, you know, and me working in an industry that involves meeting people, I'm happy. If you ask me, I remember when I was growing up, I used to say I want to be a pilot. Not everyone is a pilot now.
How many planes would there be in the world, you know?
So, I'm okay. I'm happy, you know?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So you wouldn't have chosen another career. You're saying you're happy and contented with what you've done,
well,
what you've chosen?
As I told you, I always wanted to be a pilot. But you just have to follow your heart, you know?
Follow your heart,
you know, how they say, in Uganda they say,
yeah.
You spend a lot of time
fighting it. Yeah.
But we find a way of that's what will be your saving bit.
Okay.
You know.
Okay, thank you. That's good. So I understand in Uganda right now they are in total lockdown. Like we don't know when it's going to end, whether it's going to be extended and all that. So when do you hope to go back?
I'm planning to go by God's grace in December with the whole family.
Okay, that's good.
Because we've missed the country. And,
I miss it as well.
Yes. So, but the main bit of this journey that I'll be making is to start the documentary of selling in Uganda. That's why I made sure that I set up a team in Uganda already there.
Yeah.
So I won't have to carry all the equipment that I have to go and show people, you know, the beauty of Uganda and the people of Uganda. So the documentary will be starting during that time.
Okay.
And it will be finding my roots because my children have been born here. So I don't know how much they will love the country if in case I don't get to show them how beautiful the country is. So I want to find my roots. Me, myself, I only know my grand Jaja, that's it. So what happened after him is what I'm going to be looking for. And I believe there's so many people in Uganda who are in the same thing like that.
That's amazing. You had the plan for the future. So we wish you the best and we pray everything falls in place for you.
Yes.
Yeah. So today that is how much time we had for you. We would like to thank you so much for watching Claire's Klassy Makeovers channel. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you like this interview, please let us know about it. Comment underneath the video and share out this amazing content so that it reaches out, you know, it would benefit a lot of people out there. And I would like to thank you, Mr. SEBUNGA, once again. Thank you for coming onto the channels. You know, so happy like you see me. So we appreciate you and hopefully maybe you will see Claire's Klassy on Wemtech Media as well, yes. So just let us know.
And please don't forget to subscribe on both the channels.
On both the channels, Claire's Klassy Makeovers and Wemtech Media. And we would like to say, have a nice one wherever you are, whichever part of the world, whichever time of the day it is. And take care. Love you. See you next time. Bye bye.